Everybody listen to We're Not Wizards, because we are the best, and we're not wizards, no matter what anybody says. Goodbye.
Langskip card game review from Crab Studios. This review is based on the final retail version of the game provided to us by the designer and publisher. We're not paid for this review. We give a general overview of the gameplay, and so not all of the mechanical aspects of the game may be mentioned. Some games need the players to sing, whether you're in the realms of social deduction of the likes of Werewolf or Coup, or even a family throwdown of Uno. The game has the base mechanics to make it work, but what's going to make it shine is the level of interactions between the players and how they add a little grain of sand that will eventually become a pearl. It's such a difficult thing to achieve perfectly that some of the most complicated games I've played actively discourage direct communication or interaction in favour of heads down and numbers up. In my opinion, it takes a bit of courage to put a game out there that relies on it. Which takes us to Langskip from Crab Studios, which as a Viking in Felon battle, you've ended up in Helmheim by mistake, and you need to use a mixture of bluffing and card play in order to make the climb to Valhalla. The rules are fairly simple. You have 2 cards dealt to you, plus an all-important reference card. On your turn, you'll play a card face down, and then take the appropriate action based on the card you've played. You then take the action you're playing, and move up the main track towards the joys of Valhalla. What's important here is that when you play a card, you might just decide to claim you've played another card instead, taking the action of that card instead of the one that you've actually played. And if you think the player's lying, then you get a chance to call out mischief. And if you're right, then the fibber doesn't get to perform the action and the catcher gets a mischief token. If you manage to trick everyone, then you get to claim a mischief token. Now, mischief tokens are used as a currency for some of the cards that you can put into play, and they're generally a bit more powerful. Being part of the Loki clan has the tendency to do that. There's some strong artwork going on here with solid shapes and strong line work. I can imagine there was a real temptation to go with a familiar art style and cash in on the easy route to similarities. Every card has a well-written lore on there as well to help you buy into the theme. There are some fun alternative art cards included in the box too. If you're wanting to see what Thor might look like in a wedding dress, then you're going to be in for a rare treat. If this all sounds like it has the potential to be fun, then you're right, it does. But with these types of games, it's going to play better with a higher player count and a slightly rowdy one at that. It works better when you're all trying to bluff than when you're all trying to tell the truth, as the mischief tokens will fly back and forward and you'll be climbing up and down the track without really noticing you're trying to win. In this situation, Langskip is going to be a great little starter to the night, or something loud and funnish to finish a gaming session on. For those who sit in quiet contemplation and like to gather their thoughts before making their killer move, then they might think things a bit more flat.
A wizard is never late. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.